I got a bad clap on that. It was very dull. I don't know if you want to redo that.
I heard
it. The meat of my hand.
As long as it can be picked up on mic, it doesn't matter.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It was a desk clap.
As long as it can be picked up, you'll be fine.
Pick it up. As long as it can be picked up.
As long as I can pick up checks at the ice rink.
Pick it up. When does the Halo update come out? When's the next season?
Please tell me, dude, because
it needs to be soon.
I've been playing that a ton, and it's 6 small maps and 4 big maps, and I've played them all like it feels like
Bro, I played 100 hours of that game.
Mm-hmm.
Although that includes campaign, but yeah.
Next season,
still fun
though. It's called Lone Wolves.
Cool. That's
looks like
that's from the game.
Oh, this was published yesterday. Detailed second season Lone Wolves update on co-op and Forge. Blog post stated that the theme of the season is showing concept art for 2 Spartans who will play a role in the season's story. It's not all good news, however. The long-awaited co-op and Forge is pushed back further. I'm gonna jump off of a bridge.
Don't put the game out then.
Oh my god!
I thought we had already known though that Forge was not coming until season 3.
Well, we knew that, but now they're saying co-op isn't. I knew that, but co-op was supposed to come out in season 2. But now it's like it's going to come out later into season 2. But Forge is still coming out with season 3.
Let me tell you something. I got bored of that game so fast. Not because it's bad, but because I played 100 hours of it in like a month.
Yeah.
That's all. So it's just like.
But what do you think of the maps though? You like them?
Oh, I love them. I think I think everything they've made in that game. New classics to me.
At first, I was like hesitant to see those maps that way, but they're actually all pretty sick.
Dude, like the mini Sandtrap Valhalla one, where it's like that's really cool. Like the fucking streets one, where there's like the hospital on one side, and then there's like a fucking science facility on the other. Yeah, and there's like all the different ways to jump around and. There's the favela one, which is like feels like a Call of Duty map where there's like that top middle section you can actually jump on, and there's the rocket midfield.
The only ones I'm not familiar with are the big team maps at this point, because it's like I haven't played enough big team. Because there's only like 2 or 3 big team maps though, right?
It's 4, I believe. There's 10 total. So there's like I'm pretty
8.
sure.
Oh,
but there's that one that's like a capture the core fucking map, and it's like. It's boring.
You're a fake map.
You're fake, dude.
The fuck
You're so invalid and bad. You're not good enough.
You're bad.
Wait, which one's the one where there's like the big, jump across to the other side?
Deadlock. That's. Ooh, yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
There's it's like a street kind of. City-ish looking thing or
launch site.
Oh yeah, that one.
Launch site.
That map is a little for me. It's like, is this a big team map? Is this a 5v5 map? Like, what's going on here? It's kind of big. Like, that one reminds me of some older Halo maps. Like, I feel like Halo's always had some maps that are just like. Imagine if this was fun. Imagine if it needed to be this big.
Like launch site would be sick if it was a 6v6. I feel like
they have to be bigger because they have sprint now. Like that's what they build the. Like it feels like
that one's big though. To get from one side to the other, it's
We'll never get a Guardian sized map though. Ever.
But that's what Streets is. Streets is like the closest thing to Guardian for that map because it's got the high ground. Like if you spawn on the hospital side, right, and you're basically on the low end of the map, like you got the whole hospital behind you with the 2 entrances on the side, one in the middle. Then you've got on the right, you go up the street, up the staircases, past the street. It's just like all these nice kind of like silos of. Like they're built really well for Slayer, but also capture the point or whatever domination type style, which I like. I like that they added it. Stronghold is a very strong addition to Halo as a game type, having 3 capture points type shit.
So yeah, there is. Damn, there are more maps.
Is high. What?
Yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, we just go ahead and look at all the Halo.
4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 regular maps and then 3 big team maps.
You sure?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. It's weird because some of them
Don't
kind
lie
of
to me.
blend together a little bit, but it's probably closer to 6 regular maps, 2 big team maps. I think 2 of these might have been betas.
Yeah.
Um,
It's 8 maps. No, it's
8 maps.
12.
10.
It's saying
12.
10.
We need to get
10.
we need to get
I'm
some
sorry,
clarity on
sorry,
this
10.
matter. It's 10?
There's Aquarius, which is like it's like the one where there's like a high platform in the middle. It's an arena map, but it's like indoors. And you have Bazaar, which is that like favela one I was talking about, the Call of Duty feeling one.
Mhm.
Then you have Behemoth, which is the Sand Trap Valhalla mixed one. Then you have Launch Site, which is that big ass one. I really like Recharge. The arena map Recharge I really like. I really like Streets, and I really do like Live Fire, the testing or not the test the shooting range one.
Recharge is cool.
Any shooter map like Black Ops has firing range. It's like any shooting range style map is always like the most fire map for some reason across all games. And then big team battle.
shoot
You
house.
have Deadlock, which is like the big like artillery cannon map where it's like all wide and spread out, and there's not really any it's not symmetrical in any way, or it's like kind of symmetrical on all sides, whatever. Then you have Fragmentation, which is
I think Fragmentation and
I don't know if I've played this one.
I think Fragmentation and Launch Site are test maps.
Well, you have High Power, which is the one I've been on, which is
You have high power.
Well, I'm on Map Genie right now, and Fragmentation and Launch Site are grayed out. So I think those were beta maps. Those may not be in
because
current
the Valhalla
right
one, the Valhalla one, I've never actually played on, but there is that one that is like I think High Power is that one, but I don't know.
Dude, the
one
AR
of them exists.
feels better than it has ever felt before.
What
Are you kidding me?
The AR?
Dude.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I'll
AR
actually-
is the shit.
I'll like use it.
exactly. Dude,
right?
that's what I'm saying is like this game, the thing that surprised me so much about it was one, just how good, how strongly thought out everything is and how strong the game is, one. But two, the fact that I literally am sitting here sometimes like thinking like, damn, this game's actually making me consider, is this the best Halo game on a technical level? Like emotionally, storyline wise, you'll never beat Halo 3 for me because it was like, I felt, I have a big emotional attachment to that. That game makes me emotional. That game's amazing. No Halo game is going to do that. They're only going to try and replicate that. But in terms of the technical side, like improving the gameplay of Halo as a greater idea and how the weapons work and everything.
Unlimited
this
sprint.
is fucking incredible. This is fucking incredible. Unlimited sprint and slide, but no like fucking jetpacking wall running shit.
Yeah.
You know?
And sprinting
then-
really isn't that much faster. Like, it's a pretty good trade-off because they add a delay. If you're sprinting, it takes an extra second to be able
sprinting,
to fire.
you can't.
Like,
you can't.
it's pretty
there's a real
balanced.
penalty for sprinting in terms of having your gun ready too, which makes it way more balanced. On top of that, the last thing I was going to say is how equipment is no longer one and done the moment you touch it. You can wait to use it. It's got a longer lifespan, but you can pick it up off of dead players too.
Yeah.
And the way that you're able to generally pick up and cycle which weapons you're trying to pick up without it fucking up is nearly a miracle from God. Because if you play Fortnite and there's 14 weapons sitting there, good fucking luck picking up what you're trying to actually pick up. But anyways, Tony, you were going to say something.
I was just gonna say the movement is like smooth, like butter, you know, like the running and sliding and jumping out of it, and it doesn't feel like spazzy like Call of Duty kind of does, you know. So, I don't know. I feel like if it was like Halo but I was playing Resurgence, but with like Halo's, whole gameplay, I would always play that over COD probably, just because I like the feel of it so much better. But
have you played any Fiesta yet to get like more familiar with the power weapons? Because so many of these weapons are better than than people think. Like they're so much more powerful than you even the pistol, the Prowler pistol or whatever, the one that's like the shock pistol. It uses shock ammunition.
Oh, the shock pistol.
Like if you shoot someone 5 times with that, they die. Like, and it's got super high rate of fire and it's long range. The disruptor, the one that fucks you up.
The spike launcher or whatever.
Oh my god!
It's just like a nail gun.
It's like the new Spartan laser in the sense that like it's impossible to hit anyone with it, but when you do, it's just like
laser.
Doing.
I'm hard.
Yeah. Shout out the skewer.
Dude.
God, I love that shit.
Yeah, the AR is amazing. The BR feels fucking incredible in this game too.
Hell yeah!
Like. Am I wrong, Tony? Like you're a big Halo 3 guy. It's like the chonkiness of it.
Yeah, no. I played a ton of SWAT, and it just feels so good.
SWAT's almost boring to me because I get 20 kills every time I'm in that game. It's like either I get a 20 kill lobby or there's like 0. Just gods in my lobby and crushing me.
See, I don't like to play games alone, but I will play Halo alone I have for a few hours.
I'll play Halo alone. I'll play Halo alone.
I mean, I generally like to chill with people when I'm playing games, is what I'm saying. But Halo is,
So he's like, I'm kind of an extrovert. I kind of like having buddies around, making a social experience.
Together alone. You know what I'm saying? Like just kind of hanging out.
I'm not one of these guys that plays video games to be alone.
Do you do that?
That's weird.
Saturday night, I'm going out to the clubs playing video games with my friends.
We're going to the arcade bar. We're gonna go play Mario Kart in public.
Just going through some more of these
weapons.
Are
pretty fun. The Start Bar in St. Louis.
The fucking Needler. The Needler is like the like if you go to a sushi restaurant and the rice is good, like that's the Needler for Halo is like the rice. Because it's like if they got the Needler right,
side of white rice.
If they got the Needler balance right, then they know what they're fucking doing, and they definitely
can
do
trust
the Needler.
them at that point. Yeah.
The Commando is really interesting because it's like a bad weapon but a good weapon at the same time. It's like
I don't know what that one is.
It's the you know, like
LMG?
the Commando. You know, like the big the assault rifle.
The fucking machine gun.
It's like a Scar.
Used it.
Really, you've never picked that up?
That thing actually rips.
That thing's crazy.
The VK-47,
VK-78 Commando. It's like 78. It's like a light machine gun almost. It's kind of like it's like an automatic DMR with less.
Maybe I have used it.
Look it up. VK-78 Commando. That you'll know what I'm talking about.
Bro.
Look it up.
Yeah, the grab hammer's juicy. I love the Bulldog, the semi-automatic shotgun, because it's like it fucks up the Halo shotgun thing where you just drop on someone and shotgun them instantly.
It's a definite
VK-71 Commando?
VK-78 Commando.
Damn, see, 71 Commando yielded no results. There we go.
You could also look up Commando Halo. I mean, it's like
there we go.
Wait, VK. What's the exact name of it?
What's the VIN number on that?
Yeah, what's the
at least
pin?
like know what I was talking about. You know,
who's that registered to?
What do you see it now?
Yeah. I don't recall if I shot this.
You got to
boy.
do that.
It's a pickup weapon all over the map.
Yeah,
you're a fucking idiot, Tony. Anyways,
all over the map.
You're so fucking stupid.
Yeah, the CQS-48 Bulldog, dude. That one, it's like a medium range. I think it's like a 3-hit kill shotgun, but it's like gush, 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 gush. So it's like a mixture between like a Mauler from Halo.
Oh yeah.
And like a real shotgun. It's like so interesting what they've done with some of these weapons. Yeah,
it's a Krankelstein.
The rocket launcher rules as always. Wow, this is gonna make me want to play Halo after this for sure.
I thought we were already.
The Cinder. I'm gonna edit this right after, but then I'll play Halo.
Okay.
Just to get it out of the way.
Gotcha.
But I'm gonna cut this bitch off in an hour. Don't worry, we're gonna crank that up. We're gonna crank that up. The cinder shot, dude. I got a triple with the cinder shot. It's on my Twitter. You can look it up. And that gun is one of the most overpowered guns in the game.
Oh,
like,
for sure.
It's literally it's like a brute shot, but it's a 2-hit kill every time.
Yeah.
And it's long range too. And if you aim down sight and shoot it, you can move the cursor to move the projectile while it's in the air. So you can shoot it around corners. Yeah, you can shoot it long range and it'll go around corners. Oh yeah, baby. They've designed some crazy shit in this game. The Mangler is absolutely fucking nuts. That's the shotgun pistol.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that gun. I pick it up every time I fucking see it. Just cling, cling, cling. Just binking people on that. And Tony, are you on mouse and keyboard now?
I like Switch. I use my controller sometimes when I want to not suck.
He's building up a tolerance.
Yeah.
I'm building up a tolerance.
And play like an hour on mouse and keyboard, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna actually do well.
Dude.
Do well now.
If you keep switching, you're not gonna get better at one or the other.
I'm already good at controller.
No, what I'm saying,
don't
mouse and
half-ass
keyboard.
two things, bro.
If you want to get good at mouse and keyboard, just stay as mouse and keyboard.
What?
Sounds like you.
I'm saying if you want to get good at mouse and keyboard, you need to just stay at mouse and keyboard. That's the problem. If you keep going, all right, time to really play, then you're you're not going to muscle memory, like you're not going to mechanically improve as fast on keyboards.
Yeah, I guess that is true. It wouldn't be as fast. But
I'm telling you, because that Mangler just kang, kong, kang, just hitting people in the head. It's a 3-shot. It's 3-shot hit in the head, and they're just done. You're fucking done. The sidekick pistol. What do you think about that one, Tony? I'm just going through all the weapons. I want to hear what you think.
Is that just a normal pistol?
The semi-auto pistol. It's pretty beefy, right? The secondary.
I like the regular pistol a lot.
Riveting.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But like you can zoom on it. You can straight clap people if you get 5 shots to the head really fast. Especially on mouse, it's just like you just smoke them.
It is funny because like 2 and 3 are the most revered games, but they also
have the worst pistols.
Fucked up the most with the pistol.
Mm-hmm.
They were useless in both those games.
Yeah, they were terrible.
Lest we forget.
This game has better, less flaws weapon design than Halo 3. I would say.
Is there any weapons that they left out, like big ones? The Spartan laser's not in it, right?
No. Spartan laser's gone. That's really.
Spartan laser is not there. No.
That's really about it. I think
they got the plasma pistol. Still the same. Still beefy as always.
What was the guy that looked like this? This one, the plasma rifle.
Spider-Man
is not there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
OG. Yeah.
The plasma cannon is not there. The Sentinel beam rips in this game. It's it's a lethal motherfucker. It's
cool that they brought that back.
Carbine's kind of useless.
The Ravager is cool. The Ravager is kind of like it's like a brute version of a fuel cannon or whatever, and it goes
fuel rod cannon.
Yeah, like goes like dung dung dung. But the thing is the primary fire for the Ravager kind of sucks. It doesn't kill people very fast. But if you hold down the fire button on the Ravager and goes whoosh, and let it go, it'll do an area of effect. Like it basically does a Molotov.
AOE.
Yeah, really good actually for like holding off areas and like fucking up multiple people at a time. Like if someone's holding a room, you can just shoot that in there and then just BR them.
That's nice.
The plasma carbine is like the 3-shot plasma rifle. I like that too. It's really lethal. It brings down people's shields and kills them really fast if you're locked onto them. Disruptor, we talked about that. Heat wave is fire. The like fucking Promethean shotgun. You know what I'm talking about, Tony? The other thing about that, the shotgun that's like 4 light bolts that all go out at once and it like bounces all over the place. I don't know if you've seen that, but you can actually, you can change the
orientation.
The orientation of vertical or horizontal in terms of where the spread goes. And so,
if you hit,
it's 3-hit kill.
Yeah,
I need to play way more Fiesta.
Yeah, Fiesta's the best way to really get a lay of all the weapons.
There's so many good weapons. I'm barely halfway through.
If you hit that heat wave on the vertical shot, it's a 3-shot kill.
The shock rifle's like a 2-hit kill, 1-hit kill in the head, but it looks like a dinky little fucking stupid gun.
I haven't even used the shotgun yet. That's crazy.
The shock rifle, I'm saying.
The shock rifle. Okay.
The carbine is probably like my least favorite of everything right now. The carbine kind of really doesn't have a place.
Oh yeah, it's just kind of Halo 3 carbine. It's just whatever.
Yeah, it's a gun. It's the gun that you'll find when you run out of ammo and everything, and then you're like, "Fuck, I guess, I guess I'll use this."
No, skewer was lit. Stalker rifles like a carbine. Actually, that's the one I'd like that. The Covenant carbine is whatever if that's in this game, but the Stalker rifle, the one that's like you can zoom in and it shoots like those red sniper bolts. It's almost like the Covenant sniper, but like it's more of like a BR. You can fuck someone up in 3 shots using that. And then lastly, the Hydra is a really interesting. Like they made so many new guns for this game. They came up with so many new guns. That's the one thing that I didn't realize as much. They came up with so many goddamn guns. The fucking Hydra, the fucking lock-on rocket launcher, grenade launcher thing. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, at least like a dozen new weapons.
Like the Hydra has a secondary fire where you can straight lock on to people. That's just nuts.
I do hope that they put out more weapons in future seasons, though. Like it'd be cool if they brought the plasma rifle back, but like made it like viable. You know how it's like a useless weapon, pretty much. In older games,
plasma cannon, I feel like is gonna be one of
the fuel rod cannon.
The fuel rod cannon.
The brute shot. Missing a lot of classics.
But these are all the functionality of all those guns are wrapped up and modified in other guns. So it's not like
But I know.
I would way rather have the cinder shot than the brute shot. Like you could get rid of the brute shot. Just keep the cinder shot. Like cinder shot literally is a better weapon. It bounces. Like when it kills someone, they disintegrate slowly like that. Like it's fucking 2-shot kill. You can shoot it on the ground. You can shoot it off a surface one time before it explodes. So you like shoot it off the ground. Like if someone's coming up to you, just go da-gong, instead of having to like hit them right on their shit. Like you can just like bounce it, and you can bounce it across. Like if someone's pursuing you, you turn a corner, you just go gadoot, 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 gadoot. You fire like 4 of those cinder shots, it goes and blows them the fuck up, and it'll blow up in midair. So it has this huge AOE. It's crazy.
They could introduce the brute shot, but like tweak it so that it's like viable. You know, like it doesn't have to be exactly like it was before. Like the AR certainly isn't. You know,
so it would be cool if they brought it back as like a anti vehicle weapon. Because it used to be good for that. Like you could.
I just want to see every fucking weapon. You know, like more weapons, like more maps, more weapons. Just I just hope they keep putting out
not
stuff.
Always good. Like look what happened. No, it's not. Fucking moron. like
every time.
Just I want more superhero movies and more fast food and more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying all the time.
Tony's like. I feel like we're just marginalized superhero fans. We just nothing ever gets made for us.
No.
Yeah.
Where's the justice for us?
But I don't necessarily want them to bring back every weapon. I think it would be cool to have more weapons, and I'm sure they will add more weapons because that's money. Just having a weapon that people can buy or unlock. It's just money. That's the model. They are definitely not. This is not the last time content for this game is getting released. There's too much goddamn money to be made. But I hope it does retain its balance, and I hope they're just more receptive to the community. It seems like they are, though. It seems like they value that more than previous Halo games. When was the last time you were playing it, Max? Have you been playing it recently? I know.
No, I haven't played it.
Out.
I haven't played it in like 2 or 3 weeks, but I'll like definitely crank open a game probably at least once a week. Just play for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Just get a little bit in, you know?
It's just my luck that right when
Hey,
I
Tony,
get my
shut the
computer-
fuck up real quick.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
Damn.
I didn't mean to cut you off like that.
Damn.
It's all right. You know what? Don't worry about it.
I forgot something.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
Forgot to introduce the podcast.
You goober. You goober.
God,
you.
it's nice to actually feel the effects of caffeine for once.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna have to go on a little tea break on caffeine. I think so.
Yeah.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it is indubitably Monday, March 7th, actually, is what it is. It's March 7th for you, March 6th for us.
Yeah.
2022. Welcome to another episode of Woken Book. Episode 129 to be exact. I am your host, Connor Boyd. You may know me from TikTok. You may know me from GH Pro Productions. You may know me from
you fucking dickhead.
Instagram. You may know me from Twitter. You don't know what you know me from, but welcome. I'm
Being
this
a
is
proud
something I look
Marianist.
forward to. You're gonna bleep that, dude. And yeah, man, that's this is something I look forward to every week. I'm joined, as always, by my best friends from the great Gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri. First, we have the one, the only, the tarnished Max Sansa is on the show today. Max, how are you?
I'm good. I'm pretty good.
Good. That's good. That's good. We also. Oh,
I'm good.
right. Well, we also
Make it
on the
easy.
show today have, the biggest Transformers fan this side of the Mississippi. Just got a new webcam, new vibe set up, and blackout curtains. It's honestly the best you've ever looked. Tony Harrop is on the show today. Tony, what the fuck is going on, man?
Dude, these blackout curtains are dangerous because it's like, I barely woke up in time to get everything done before I needed to, before we got on to record. So,
What day is it?
what day is it? I don't know.
You can't know.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, because the curtains. Yeah, 100%. No,
Right.
it keeps it nice in here. Like at first, I was like, I might want some natural light, but nah.
It's overrated.
You can always open them. So
Got that on demand.
Mm.
Yeah.
Can you though?
I don't know if that's the move.
I don't know about that.
I actually got the
Don't know
lighting
about
package on demand.
Hey, honey, there's no natural light in here.
Honey,
Every week we get together to catch up in the latest in, maybe not the latest, but whatever we're feeling about in video games. Current events. Sometimes Ukraine still getting their shit beat up by Russia. That's wild. But also, so has literally so many places in the world constantly for your whole life, and you haven't given a shit or paid attention either. So relax. Movies. Sometimes we talk about movies we've seen that are new. Maybe they're old. Maybe they're not. Maybe we see them in theaters. Maybe we watch them at home. Who knows? Music. We all love music. The three of us. We're music heads. We like our own types of vibes, but we also share a lot of love for similar vibes. And then comic books, manga, anime, anything you could think of, we're into it. Maybe not anything you can think of, but most popular
single
culture
thing.
we're into, and we've just been friends for years. So this is what we do every week, and much like the Halo conversation you heard, we're fucking nerds, and we talk about this shit. So join us.
We're nerds.
You can fucking subscribe to us on YouTube, believe it or not. If you're listening to this, we have a YouTube channel. We've put out a video version of the episode every week since I think episode 68. So there's plenty to watch. And you can watch us every week. Throw us on your, monitor at work, whatever. Give us a subby. You can also follow us on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, and on Google Podcasts, so you don't miss a single episode. And you can also join our Discord, which we hang out in all the time, all the fucking time. Gang up on there. I like to play Left 4 Dead, Rainbow Six Siege. Halo is obviously one we like to play. What else? Just a bunch of shit. Team Fortress 2, But I want to emphasize Left 4 Dead. That one is, if you want to win my heart, get me in a game of Left 4 Dead. That's a fun time. But also, you can follow us on Twitter at Welcome Boke Pod, Instagram at Welcome Boke Podcast. To get updates on the podcast every week, and reach out to our Gmail, welcomebokepodcast@gmail.com with your questions, comments, and suggestions, and we will read them on the show. And links to all of these are listed in the show description. Gentlemen, would you care to actually read an email from a fan? We have one. And I thought maybe that might kick us off into a new discussion. Who knows?
Sure.
Could be neat.
I haven't read it, but got a glimpse of it and it looked amusing. So this is an email that comes from Natalie. Hi, Boke boys. I'm just an empty-headed bimbo trying to get through this panini with my heart, thick ass, and titties intact. I have recently become disabled from long COVID, and I'm basically having to adjust my entire lifestyle to my new issues. It sucks.
Jeez.
Fuck this shit. But I discovered your podcast after Connor became a meme, and I have to tell you that the ambiance of three dudes being guys talking about shit that I don't give a fuck about really hits the spot in a way I can't explain. I literally have never played a video game in my life, but listening to men who are sincerely besties talk about their interests quietly in the background while I get ready for bed helps me and makes me fall asleep. I feel like I am in college meeting my nice enough new boyfriend's friends for the first time and trying to keep up with their weed consumption while they play video games. Since you are men being guys being dudes, maybe you can't relate to that vibe, but I'm pretty sure every bimbo has experienced getting so bored in a room of men that you just smoke yourself to sleep. I imagine that after I fall asleep from boredom to this podcast, the three of you carry me into my BF's car and I wake up in my own bed. Sometimes men in their podcasts make me want to yeet myself off this rock, but you all seem like such genuinely wholesome boys who really love each other. That's what it's all about. I haven't decided yet which one of you is my boyfriend in this fantasy, though. I guess it can't be Connor because he's taken. Bisexual for bisexual, though. I see you. Stay up. How about that? I'll take that.
All-time great email. That's
a classic. I'm going to star that
That's
one.
God
That's
level.
100%.
Yeah.
That's classic. Thank you,
Natalie.
Natalie.
Your S tier.
We hope to put you to sleep every day if we. I mean, well, at least certainly every week. That's awesome. That's
thrive
awesome.
on being that boring, actually.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. It's just about being wholesomely, authentically boring as shit to most.
Why do you
people, except
think
a
Neil
couple.
deGrasse Tyson had a career?
Dude, I've literally fallen asleep to him on purpose before.
No, you put me on that
Or
wave.
Bob Ross.
Where it's
I
literally
did?
just like I got. Yeah, it's like I got to pass out. I'm gonna put on the universe.
He's like, it's crazy. These molecules are like far apart from each other. And I'm just like,
unlike my desire to.
he's like, and
assault
then all of a
women.
sudden
I'm
you
very
like
close to that.
open your eyes and he's got like on like a nightcap and like a nightgown with a candle and he's like,
Big Scrooge.
dude, that was one of the funniest Caleb fucking tweets was when he said, gotta stop, or said, 1800s guy, just gotta stop looking at my candle so close, or like so much before bed. gotta stop looking at my candle so much before bed. So funny. Yeah.
That's sick.
No, but that's cool, man. I love to hear anyone that gets enjoyment out of this podcast, and I am sorry to hear that you got disabled from long COVID. That's fucked
That's
up.
unideal.
That's not ideal.
I see. Yeah,
not
so
ideal.
that's unideal.
Not ideal at all.
Yes, very sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Max,
Okay.
you've never gotten COVID, right?
They're doing well.
Or did you get COVID? I genuinely don't remember.
Oh no, I had it when Tony had it. We both had it at the same time. I got it a little bit before he did.
It's just maybe I had it a little bit harder, so maybe I
Yeah, because
overshadowed
Tony
you.
was
No.
fully just.
No, I'm just kidding.
There was a priest going like, in benedictum Dominus Dominus Domini.
Yeah, it was not looking good for me.
This was
for a little
Tony
bit.
COVID.
Yeah, I was like, man, it
Yeah.
would be nice to have this
Max,
set
were
up.
you symptomatic? Like, did you have really bad, like, what was your experience like? I forget.
For the first 3 days, I just felt like I had, like a bad cold, the flu kind of thing. And then for like the week after, my sinuses were just a brick wall.
God,
Like,
that
just-
shit sucks.
That's my least favorite thing is sinus, is like
Being
when
sick?
Well,
Sickness?
no, just like
sinuses?
sinus pressure, and then
Oh,
not
yeah.
being able to taste or smell, and then not being able to fucking breathe, and you wake up and they're like,
That's when I'm just straight like hot shower, tea, fucking
Dude,
everything to just loosen that bitch up.
There was a day I took 3 showers or 4 showers maybe when I had COVID.
Because it relieved
sure.
it so much.
I didn't even have congestion, to be honest, though. It wasn't really to relieve congestion.
Did you take cold showers? Like, was it to lower
no,
your?
hot showers?
Didn't you have
Even
a
though I had
fever?
a fever.
it was just to
Yeah.
feel something, really.
I'm taking a hot shower. And I got fever. Just trying to chill. Just trying to chill out.
Just trying to chill out.
See
Doctor's
how
like, that's not what you should do.
No, actually,
how
I
hot
read.
get.
I saw
Or
this
maybe that is, I
TikTok
don't
the
know.
other day.
Oh, so you did read something?
Yeah, I did read something. I researched the other day. This guy was saying, like apparently showering before bed is like the life hack to getting major snoozletons, because like to go to sleep you want like your head to get cold because you want your brain temperature to drop like 2 degrees to like chill, but you want your feet to be warm because that's like the center of like your circulation. So it's like if you take a shower, all of the heat that you like absorb through the shower will escape through your head, and then like your feet will be nice and cozy. So then you hop into bed and then you're just like,
Oh, I love a shower before bed.
Yeah. What?
I love a shower before bed, but the only thing is I love a shower when I first wake up. I love being showered and ready
you
for
not
the day. So
Take both?
no, it's not necessarily good for your skin or your like hair to take showers twice a day.
I don't wash my hair twice a day for sure.
You
But,
don't? How often do you wash your hair? I mean, I don't.
Once a day. And sometimes some days I won't wash it just because you're not supposed to wash it too much.
Yeah, you
But,
want
like,
them oils.
Yeah.
They're
I wash my
essential
shit
but once a day.
once every 5 days.
4 or 5. Once every 5 days? Damn.
Yeah.
Once every 5.
Once every
It's like
4.
every other day for me, kind of.
I put conditioner in it every day and then I just don't wash it.
Mhm.
Kinda gross,
And
but- As long as you rinse that shit out, you're basically good.
I mean, if it doesn't
But you
stink,
don't-
it don't stink. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I got a shower after the gym, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I shower
That's
once
what-
every 5 days.
Yeah, so unless you're going to the gym right before bed, when are you going to do that, Tony? You know? You shower before bed also? After the
no,
gym?
I don't. I shower in the
Answer
morning
the question.
and I shower after the gym.
Right.
It'd be nice to shower later, but you know, I feel like I still get good sleep though. Like just being clean, you know,
I'll stay clean.
nice and
Your room
Chunky
looks
clean.
so much cozier now that you don't have like all those like fucked up like that super bright light coming from behind you. It's like I can actually see shit.
Oh yeah, no, it looks ridiculously cool in here.
Plus, I
The
imagine
curtain
just-
also added a lot of, I feel like, softness to the room. Like I feel like it makes your mic sound better too.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's crazy how well that works. Like it's bright as shit outside.
Yeah, no, they really are great because then you can also, because the biggest thing is just the glare off screens. You don't realize how much fucking glare you have until you cover up the light
Right.
source. Then you're like, damn.
Ooh. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, you really couldn't watch TV in here during the day very well.
Yeah.
I
Now
had to
it's
like be all the way up against like the corner so that like there was no glare on it. You know, it was like annoying as shit.
yeah. Now it's the vibe.
I was never watching TV during
You're
the
like,
day in here though.
man, should I get curtains? Nah.
Oh,
I mean,
saw
these are
this.
like thumbtacked into the wall though, so they're not like you know the nicest. You know,
Wait, the curtains you have now?
yeah.
You don't have like a thing to
You have
hang
a
curtains
rod?
on over your window? Yeah.
No, there's no rod. There's like fucking blinds installed and stuff.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, so you
I
can't
didn't wanna,
open them?
God, the blinds suck.
I mean, can I have them fully open and then there's like a rod I could install, you're saying?
Yeah, like usually when you get curtains, you install like a curtain rod, and then so you can.
Sure, but there's like a whole fucking contraption up there with the blinds in it and stuff.
So then
You might be able to.
the
You might be able to
molded
put it
above it.
above or something that comes out further. You would need a drill though. You would have to be able to drill
Right.
into your wall.
That's what I was saying.
But that's pretty normal. You can do that. Like we drilled in the fucking shit in the curtains I have. I drilled them. I had to get a step ladder for it and a drill and shit.
And the other thing, and with if they're like no holes in the wall, usually that just means okay, well I'll just spackle them when I leave
Right.
for sure.
because they got to paint
But,
anyway. So it's just like
If it's on a wall though, will it kind of be further out away and letting more light in? You know, because these are like tacked to the wall, so it's really kind of it's
It
pretty
should
tight.
be good.
yeah. I mean, you can also get one
Unless-
of those ones that has like a rod that like kind of curves inward. So so it kind of
Yeah,
like
so the-
you can get
the
like
chicken-
a little dome sort of action.
Domicile, yeah.
Oh, little dumb saw.
Yeah, no, actually, you guys are. Yeah, that would actually be pretty sick. I don't know. Maybe I will do that. But
Yeah, like,
I
yeah,
wanted to get it up.
like
Thumbtacking it into
$6.
the wall sounds like you can never take them down.
No, I mean they're tacks that you can easily pull off. They're harder to get in than they are to get out.
Here.
Dude,
They're clear too, so I don't know.
they're clear too. Can't even see the color.
They're pretty low key.
They're like,
They're like tacks with they're not like flat. They're not like the silver thumbtacks. They're like, you know.
Mhm.
Dropping this in the actual boys. Like get you like one of these guys.
Yeah, let me see what you got.
Really basic situations. One of these boys.
Ooh.
Yeah, it just kind of goes
Yeah,
around like
the
that.
most
you know what I'm saying?
normal as
It's just
comic
very-
shit you've ever
it's the
seen.
most-
They have these now?
The most tuned.
You know the concept of a fucking curtain rod, Tony?
Like know, like this $3 investment.
Yeah,
It's
like
literally
$3. That's
$2. It's literally $1.87.
I might just whip over to Walmart after this while you're like editing shit up and see about doing that.
Yeah, they have these.
By the way, Kelsey also sent to the email, Scott Jim means everything to me.
Good.
Good. Scott Jim.
Yeah, I think I'm Scott Jim.
I was sending people pictures of the Gripple Stevens extended universe. So,
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh,
a few other
yeah.
people know
I mean,
about it.
that's-
It's crucial.
The other people, yeah.
Don't let us create a Gripple Stevens verse channel in the Discord.
Which, by the way, in the Discord, Ronald Bone just dropped. So he's joining
You're listening to this.
the universe.
Ronald Bone. Yeah, I was watching. I've been throwing on the fucking X-Men prequel movies. Just like for background vibes, visuals, because they're dope. Like I love those movies because like they're so not like normal like superhero movies, because it's like a lot of people just standing around talking. But then there's like these action sequences that are crazy, but it's like a lot of it's like historical. So it's like it takes place in like the White House in the 60s or something. Like it's like cool shit. But yeah, there's a part where fucking what's her name? Mystique is holding a gun pointing towards Peter Dinklage, and then it cuts to him and he's got like this huge fucking handlebar mustache and giant glasses and like a fucking 3-piece suit. And he's like, it's like, are you going to shoot me? Dude, him in Game of Thrones is like betwixt the queens match of the like bro, you think that's accurate? But
in
yeah,
that
that's
moment, you were
Ronald
saying-
Bone. In that moment, he looks like he would be like, my name is Ronald Bone. My name is Ronald Bone.
Ronald Bone.
I'll drop the fucking
AKA
picture.
Scotty Jimmers Jr.
Yeah, Scotty Jimbles 9000.
Scotty Jimmy.
Scott Jimmy Jr. Yeah, that's the file name.
Young Jimmy Scott Jr. Yeah.
Ronald Bone. But yeah, man. So I forgot why I brought that up, but yeah. Oh, and
Young Bonald Rondelius.
on the X-Men movies though, like it's just cool because it's like all these like groovy, like, you know, situations motherfuckers are in, and then like a motherfucker with like a reptile tongue starts fucking with people, or like, the mutants, the way the mutants are like almost like historical figures, and they're more like, it's just treated with more like reality than other.
Is this what, the first one, First Class?
No, I was watching
Apocalypse?
Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
Like Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix. I just had those like on a cycle. I played like 9 hours of Skyrim yesterday.
Got you.
Jealous.
And
Dark Phoenix was rough. I didn't like Apocalypse.
No, Dark Phoenix looked really boring, and Apocalypse looked boring too, kind of.
Yeah.
It's fucked up how Bryan Singer makes like the best ones though. The pedophile.
Bryan Singer. Gotta love him, dude. You gotta admit.
You gotta respect him.
No matter
Gotta give
what,
him credit. Gotta give him props.
You gotta
give him
separate
credit
the
where
art
credit's
from
due.
the pedophilia, dude. I mean,
Gotta support him.
X-Men movie. You gotta show love, dude.
You gotta show love.
It's all love.
It's all
Unconditionally
love.
support him. You gotta.
That's what it is. Though. But it
have
is
to
funny because
personally-
looking at the credits of those X-Men movies, the guy who wrote Game of Thrones, David Benioff, like who co-wrote Game of Thrones, he co-wrote X-Men Origins Wolverine, which is like one of the worst written like X-Men movies.
Yeah, for sure.
Even though it's one of the better ones. I like that one actually.
Arguably
Even though
one
it's
of the
bad.
best video games. Arguably one of the best
video
X-Men
games of all time.
Yeah. No, but did you
I
guys
remember
play
when
that?
X2, the X2 video game was like featured on Game Informer. That was sick.
Dude, the X-Men
movie video games. Was it good?
The Origins video game was definitely better than the movie. I'll tell you that much.
Well, that's not
I never played the X2 game. X2, that's correct.
X-Men 1 and 2 are, I think, like, you could put them with, I mean, they're not on the level of, like, Raimi Spider-Man 1 and 2, but I think they're, like, they hold up enough to be decent movies, 3 was bad, obviously.
Like this game honestly went stupid. Just a good old hack and slash with Wolfie.
Game
Big
Informer
old stupid
X2.
dumb. Where?
Hugh Jackelstein.
Maybe it was Electronic Gaming Monthly.
See, I honestly, now that DC is doing this thing where they're like, yeah, Michael Keaton Batman, he's going to be in Flash. It's like, okay, so Marvel could literally pull a Hugh Jackelson and bring him out.
Hugh Jackelson.
Hugh
It's like, why not? He could be Old Man Logan.
In what? What do you? I've lost.
Just
what
like
you
the
were saying.
MCU, like just how DC is doing they're bringing Keaton back as Batman.
What?
You didn't know about that?
Tony, why would I fucking know about that? No, I don't.
I don't know.
about
It's been known.
Don't you follow
For like a
like
year.
7 DC Twitter pages?
I don't know. That was news a while
Why are they
ago,
bringing
so
him
I guess
back?
you just missed out on it.
Is
but
he going to be part of the Matt Reeves Batman universe?
No, it has nothing to do with this movie. I mean, hypothetically, all that stuff is in like a, any of it could, it's like a whole multiversal. It's basically an excuse to just bring whoever you want, and because the Flash, has powers that you could sort of write that in, But yeah, Keaton Batman's going to be in the new Flash movie.
Keaton Batman new Flash movie?
So, but I'm saying Marvel could easily be like, oh yeah, we can just do that now too, and have Hugh Jackman
Ash from Army of Darkness is going to be fucking
in Strange.
It's gonna
Yeah,
be
Doctor
Fred.
Strange.
right. So Jackman could be in this new Doctor Strange for all we know. Who knows?
I just
Maybe they
hate
kept it a
having
good
these
secret.
conversations. Why the fuck? Like, you can't even make
okay,
new
yeah.
versions of comic book movies. You can't even just like that's why the Batman thing is like, it's getting so much hype because it's actually a different vibe, even though it's not.
Right. Yes, I agree.
It's not a new vibe,
Yes,
but
yes, I
it's just
agree.
it's just a more of a tonal commitment to a fucking vibe.
And Robbie Patty.
And that young Robbie Patty, who we all love.
That's why DC has actually an advantage now because they're not pigeonholed into having this samey
Yeah.
vibe in every single thing they
I
do.
see DC coming back if they stick with this,
Huge.
because they're like, all right, Joker, that was super stylistic,
Yeah, it did really well.
super stylistic, quote unquote. That did amazing because we gave we committed to something actually interesting beyond just person. You know the Hulk person, which then actually makes me think they will have to combat DC in this, and maybe we'll actually see better movies come out of Marvel. Maybe this competition. Because DC's been failing for so long, and now these shits are starting to hit. Fucking Joker's starting to hit.
Even like the latest Suicide Squad was pretty solid. Snyder Cut redeemed what was otherwise shitty, like really shitty.
The Suicide Squad was better than any of the Marvel movies that came out, in my opinion.
Yeah,
damn, I gotta see it.
It's pretty
James
fun.
Gunn directed it, right?
Yeah, like I, it was fun. Like there were parts that made me laugh, like genuinely. So like that at least, and having that more like light, lightness to it worked because it was also like brutal.
It's rated R,
like,
right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, there was a lot of murder in it, and I'm pretty sure there was like plenty of cursing and etc.
There was. Can you believe there's 3 different movies?
Yeah, it was rated R.
Harley Quinn, played by Margot Robbie, is in. There's 3 different movies. Like that's insane.
You don't see her boobs in any of them. It's a problem. Like it's.
And they made the Suicide Squad 5 years after making Suicide Squad, and there's the same characters and universe in it. It's just like,
I mean, I think it goes to show they're like, okay, even if Marvel like keeps kind of, underperforming, they always have the opportunity to put out a banger.
Yeah.
Once they decide to,
And then there's that John Cena spin-off show from that movie.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, because what I think is funny about DC is that
better than any of the Marvel shows. Sorry.
Yeah. No, they don't reboot. They retry. They just are like,
that's right.
Yeah.
Literally, they do.
We're not going to reboot this. We're just going to give it another. We're just going to give it another whack.
But see, that plays into their because they can just like
they can be so disorganized and disjointed. That
it plays into the multiversal like sort of excuse to just do but
they don't give a fuck about that. They don't even give a fuck. They're like Joker movie. Why not? Like
exactly.
Yay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But they can now take any movie that they want and just bring that character into a different movie. Regardless of whether it was connected before or not.
I hate that I like superheroes, man. I hate it. I hate it. I feel like I'm getting like my head smashed into a car and dragged through shit on the concrete.
And just getting
as someone that likes superheroes like their whole life, like I'm not going to let the fact that it's become like the zeitgeist, like most popular form of entertainment, stop me from enjoying it,
I know it's just like it's a hard nuance though, because it's like people hear you talking about this shit and they're like, "Are you a fucking loser? Like, are you a fucking idiot? Like, what? These movies suck ass. Like, do you really actually bother seeing this shit for real?" And it's like, I know, man. It's like I know that. Dude, I know how much they suck. I abhor it. It is literally like,
but they don't all suck though. That's like a very like that's a very reductionist like way to look at them. Like there's a lot of good ones, so they're just being pretentious.
But at what cost? That throwing shit against the wall, it's not just pretentious. There is a real analysis of this where there is something elitist about these movies being the only fucking ones that get made. I mean, seriously. What are you laughing at, man?
I just saw this meme. It's an edit of a GQ article. It says Robert Pattinson says playing Batman was the hardest thing I've ever done, and then the interview goes, "So how did you go about getting into the character as the Batman?" And Robert Pattinson, "It was grueling. I came to set early every day and played Sonic Adventure 2 in my trailer, but only the dark story where you play as Shadow the Hedgehog. I wanted to study him, become him, understand his angst, so that I could channel it. It was tough. Every day I saw Shadow process this big trauma. He watched his best friend die in front of him, and now he's just lost."
It's so funny.
I love
That's
that
such
shit.
That's such a long meme.
It's such a commitment to the bit. Yeah.
That's so funny.
And it was really just the first line. It was grueling. I came to
It was grueling.
played Sonic Adventure 2 every day.
Dude, it was so funny how so many people were doing the same joke, but like the fucking Zoe Kravitz article headline that's like, Zoe Kravitz, to get in character, filmed herself drinking milk like a cat out of a saucer. And like everyone quote tweeted it like, nah, I don't believe it. Release the footage. Like just release the footage.
Release the footage.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's like, it's just funny because it's like liking this shit really feels like you're abusing other people by talking about it. But you know, if you guys have been listening this far, you know, we appreciate it. This was a very woke and boke ass episode, I have to say, talking about at length Halo and then Marvel or superhero movies.
Yeah,
I knew what I was doing by mentioning the X-Men shit, but I don't know. I feel like I would also be. I want to kill myself saying this, but I would also like to see a well done X-Men series that's actually like well written and produced, something to the level that like Nolan, you know, or maybe this Matt Reeves movie can get across, something cool about, because mutants and fucking all that shit, there could be really cool shit to do with it, but it's just gonna get MCU-ified. So,
well, what I hear that they're gonna do is, I mean, it's a rumor, I guess, but it'd be like casting like Gus from Breaking Bad as Professor X and someone like Denzel Washington as Magneto or something like that.
Sure.
It
just comes down to story. That's all. And
sure,
how it's executed.
Sure. I agree. Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see, because a lot of people think that Stan Lee wrote the mutants as like an allegory of, or like a metaphor for, you know,
racism.
in the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
But he literally had no intention of framing it that way, because people compare Professor X and Magneto to MLK and Malcolm
X. That's very interesting.
And to compare Malcolm X to Magneto is not like great, because Magneto is like a murderer and like violent. And,
yeah.
And like it's
no,
like,
his like mindset is more so that like violence is needed to affect change or something like that, or you need to protect yourself by any means necessary. Like I could see that being like they're trying to put down a Magneto, but yeah, Magneto's a villain. Like, yeah, he's a mass murderer. He sees human beings as like inferior race. It's not just protecting mutant kind. It's humans are lesser than, which is ironic because he grew up in Auschwitz. And it's funny because in that movie, there was just an overhead shot of like a camp, and it just says Auschwitz in big letters. And I'm like, I should screenshot this and tweet and be like, this is from an X-Men movie.
This is from an X-Men.
It's very bizarre.
I mean, that's a huge part of. I mean, that's a huge part of Magneto's character, is that he grew up in Auschwitz. So if you have Denzel Washington playing him, it's like, I mean, you really, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't matter.
Not to say that there probably were black people in the concentration camps, but he's like, the part of his character is that he's like a Jewish, you know, Holocaust survivor.
Yeah, I guess at that point you're kind of changing things about it. It's not like you're not being a stickler for that type of shit. It's kind of like if you had like James Bond, like I don't know if James Bond originally is explicitly written as white, but even if he is, then it's just like you're just writing a new James Bond. It's like a parallel universe where it's just,
for sure.
You know.
I guess it just gets down then to the argument of like how much like, you know, creative freedom should you feel in changing like an established character that's been around for like 80 years, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if he's just like always talking about how he's Jewish in the comic books. I feel like it's more about his powers and his views of mutant kind that are they
were shaped by his experience as a Holocaust survivor.
Sure, but that's just general trauma. You could have that be anything.
Yeah, I suppose so. But then it just feels like less. It's like, okay, well, it's not Magneto then. Like, I don't know. Like, you know,
what if you just change that part and said it's still Magneto? He still bends metal and
okay. Well, what if like Spider-Man?
Then it's mostly.
What if Spider-Man didn't have?
I mean, Spider-Man in the fucking thing, in the fucking original Spider-Man, he can shoot it out of his webs automatically. And in the other one, they just changed it that he invented the shit. That's pretty major, but no one gave a fuck
like
about that.
That's like a power thing.
Yeah, it's like a power thing. It's like, yeah, but it's an origin. It's a minor part of his origin story. Yeah, but him being in Auschwitz barely like makes up anything
That's in,
about
like,
his
every
character.
X-Men movie.
Well, sure, they use it because it's visually and emotionally effective to mention Auschwitz to give depth to the character, but that's just trauma in general. I mean, in the comic book, it's not like he's like, I'm going to do to you what the Nazis did to me every time he fights someone. Like, it doesn't really matter that much.
I suppose. I don't know. Have you read the comics? Have you read the comic? I guess you did.
I've read every X-Men comic, yeah.
Didn't you read Uncanny X-Men for a long time, though?
I read the first couple dozen issues of just X-Men. X-Men.
Yeah.
I don't know what the first is, if it's
switched to Uncanny
astonishing or
after,
what
like-
it is, but like it's a good comic book. It's kind of crazy when you read Marvel comic books from like the 60s. You're just like, damn, imagine just being able to pick one of these up every week, and this is like better than any TV show in terms of just like,
Yeah.
it's just cool. It's just cool powers and shit. But anyways, y'all,
powers.
tell us what you think. Does Magneto have to be born in Auschwitz to be Magneto? you let us know. But anyways, we appreciate you guys listening. This was a fun episode. Good ass episode. Welcome, Boke. Like I said, join our Discord, man. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on one of the socials. We'd really appreciate it. Even if you don't really tap in, check into that shit. Just showing the love, that means a lot. The Twitter, we post funny videos on there and shit, minor shit. But just show love. We would appreciate it since you got to the end here. We love y'all. Send us your questions. Don't be a stranger. We're all very accessible in terms of reaching out to us online. And we'll chat. But y'all enjoy your week, enjoy your day. This has been Woke and Boke, motherfucker. Peace the fuck out.